Yo, YouTube, what's going on, y'all? It's Mitch, and I'm back with another video, man. Video 2 out of 10 for February. Let's go, man. I love y'all. I'm not even going to talk too much, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning into the vids, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and viewing the vids, man. All that is stuff y'all do not have to do. From the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me that y'all actually enjoy the vids, man. I love y'all. Y'all know where my heart beat. And like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Comment hashtag roll to 120K, man. It's really on the way. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Hey, man, none of this is possible without y'all and without God. I'm gonna stop all that talking. I'm gonna get right into the video. How this streamer ruined his life in 7 seconds. Remember, if you want me to see something, send it to me.
In the world of live streaming, a career often takes years to build. It requires thousands of hours of dedication and a relentless grind to stand out and capture an audience. But whilst it can take a decade to build an empire on Twitch, we have witnessed time and time again that it only takes a single moment for it to all be destroyed. One slip up, one lapse in judgment, or even one forgotten notepad window, and the entire house of cards can come tumbling down. On the 20th,
This is what scares me about live streams, bro. I talked about this a little bit in my vlog. Go subscribe to the vlog channel, bro. But this is the main thing that scares me about live streams, and it's just the fact that it's live. Like, that is so scary to me. I've never been a live guy. Like Instagram live, TikTok live, I've never been a live guy. It's kind of like if you like driving on the road and there's a police officer, like, and you know you didn't do nothing, but you still scared. That's kind of how live streaming is for me. Like, I'm always just scared that I don't know, I'm gonna accidentally pull up a picture of me in my underwear, even though there is no picture of me in my underwear. I feel like it's gonna auto-generate itself and just pop up somehow. It's so scary, bro. If I could rank all the forms of content creation, streaming is without a doubt the hardest form of content creation there is. Without a doubt. It's not even a competition. If you ever made a YouTube video before, if you ever even made a TikTok, which I know you have, like a TikTok where you're using your voice. Live streaming is basically if you had to make a YouTube video or a TikTok for like 5-6 hours non-stop, and it had to be live. You can't edit anything out. You don't get to cut out the times when you're thinking or you're checking your phone. You don't get to check your phone. I want to get back into it because it's like one of those things where it's a lot, but the payoff is really good, bro. You get to really build your community in a different way when you stream. If you want to be a live streamer, I believe in you. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's not sweet. Just know that.
2nd of January 2026, a popular Twitch streamer known as Lakari was live in front of his audience, doing what he has done for over a decade. He was playing League of Legends, entertaining thousands.
I'm not gonna say it, but League of Legends is always at the scene of the crime. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. I'm sure some of you guys play League of Legends, and I love you, bro. And I bet League of Legends is fun. I bet it's fun, but it's just an interesting detail, that's all.
Of viewers and living the dream of being a mid to high tier streamer. However, within 5 seconds, everything changed. While multitasking, he accidentally opened a notepad file that revealed some.
I mean, bro, the everything leading up to this, the tab that he's on before this, it's weird to me. And y'all know I had this whole talk about how I feel like anime sometimes they be doing a little much. They be a little freaked out. We all know that. If you watch anime, sometimes you know they be a little too freaked out. There's been a couple anime I had to turn off. I told y'all I had to turn off ReZero. And there was somebody in the comments who was like, bro, what's wrong with ReZero? Me personally, it was just creeping me out, bro. The way they were animating, like, the kids, they was like housemaids. But they were like 12. Had to turn. Who greenlit this? How did this make it through the boardroom? Whose idea was this? But like I said, League of Legends at the scene of the crime, whatever the hell this is behind the screen, you know his heart dropped, bro. Because at first this window pops up, right? You don't know what's on it. You have to try to scan it really fast to see if there's anything bad there. Folders, couples. Ugh. You know, it's even worse for people who genuinely was like, this is my favorite streamer. You know what I'm saying? We don't know this nigga, so we don't care. But imagine this is genuinely your favorite streamer.
Something incredibly dark and possibly extremely illegal. This split-second moment wasn't just something embarrassing, but something that would set the internet ablaze and completely destroy his career and possibly even his life. And if it wasn't for the file opening in the first place that did it, it was his reaction afterward. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist.
The correct reaction to that was to immediately end the stream, sign off, do a little dubstep outro, hit one of these, fall into the background like this, and never be seen again. Genuinely, bro. You gotta know when your L is being forced upon you. You know, there's not even a situation where you can take your L. The L took you. Don't even try to defend it, because you know, deep down inside, you know that it was not like you was playing Scrabble. It was, what is even to say? I was playing Wordle. I was trying to figure out some words for Wordle. I don't know, bro. Like, just genuinely never be seen again. Take the money that you have accumulated at this point and try to move to a country somewhere where you're going to be a millionaire, which is a crazy concept on its own. That you can have $1 here and take it to some other country and you actually have $10,000. We're not even going to get into that.
I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the Lakari situation, how a 5-second slip-up destroyed his career, and why this may have been hidden in plain sight the entire time. But to fully understand the depth and depravity of the situation, we first have to learn about who Lakari is in the first place. Prior to the recent events that transpired, Lakari was a celebrated figure in the gaming world. His journey began over a decade ago in 2012, a time when the online streaming world was only just becoming.
Yo, hold on a second. This was Twitch? Gang, you remember when everything used to run off Adobe Flash Player? That was one of the big three, bro. When it came down to like web games, if you grew up like in the 2000s, you know how big of a deal web games used to be, bro. Like, web games used to be that boy. I remember that little bird game where you had to like make the bird be able to win the race. There's so many. Y'all remember Slither.io, Agario? The same way you probably look at your PlayStation or like TikTok or Instagram. That's how we used to be playing web games, bro. And when I say web games, I mean you gotta type in Friv, F-R-I-V, you gotta type in Friv and go find you a web game to play with WASD. WASD used to be our controller. Genuinely, I remember when every single website looked like this. I remember niggas fighting in school for the computer so they could hop on Cool Math, bro. Cool Math was one of the big three. You needed Adobe Flash Player in order to do anything. Like, in the world of like online games and really any website back in the day, Adobe Flash Player was like the Illuminati. Like, that nigga was like running the world from behind the scenes. Everything needed Adobe Flash Player to work. It's actually crazy. Ain't gonna lie, I wasn't hip to Twitch back then, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you was streaming on Twitch back then, they should automatically send you some bread.
A thing. It's also worth noting that Lakari was by no means an overnight success. Like many, he started small and stayed small for over 5 years, as it wasn't until 2000.
Oh, this nigga looks exactly the fucking same. When is this? Has to be a long time ago. Look at this game. Like, this nigga looks exactly the same. Has anybody seen this dude in real life? He might be a hologram.
2017, when he truly began to carve out his own space in the online world, not just as a gamer, but as a personality. Lakari was known as a speedrunner and a highly skilled player across a variety of difficult and competitive games, such as League of Legends, Genshin Impact, and Tekken. Over the next few years, Lakari didn't simply play games, but he began networking with other more established streamers. Throughout the 2020s, Lakari had established himself as a mid to high tier streamer on Twitch, with his channel averaging around 1,500 concurrent viewers, with peak viewership going above 10,000 viewers during major streams. He also—
Dang, imagine being one of those 1,500 loyal viewers. This shit gotta feel like you got stabbed in your back. It gotta hurt, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like, hey, this is somebody that you don't know. Being one of them niggas who was there from the start, bruh. Imagine being one of them dudes who was there from 80 concurrent viewers, 20 concurrent viewers. You're one of those guys. This is D-Day. Them be the type of niggas like who be like, yo, please explain this. You know, nobody else really cares, and everyone else is like, yo, we never want to see your face again. But that core community, they're like, yo, bro, dang, life after this, I'm telling you, you gotta just disengage with social human life as you know it. You have to become a nomad. Go live on the land, hunt tigers and bears, make a fire. Imagine just how embarrassing it is to have to go through normal life after something like this. Even when it come down to talking to like your cousins, your family, your friends.
Successfully integrated himself into one of the most powerful social circles in the Twitch streaming
I'm genuinely not gonna say too much. I'm just gonna look at you like this. I'm gonna unpause the video.
Industry, the Austin-based streamer ecosystem. He became a regular guest on Asmongold's streams and entered the orbit of major creators like Mizkif and Esfand. These collaborations enabled Lakari to cement his status as not just a random streamer, but as a genuine friend and collaborator of the gaming organization OTK. The association was strong enough that by May 2020,
Bro, I mean, it just never ends. What are some of y'all watching? I don't know, man. I mean, hey, I'm not shaming nobody for what they want to consume, I guess, but some of y'all niggas in the chat typing spamming W's. I don't know, gang. What are some of y'all niggas watching? I don't know, man.
23, during a Mizkif stream, Lakari jokingly unofficially joined OTK in chat, solidifying his place in the group's lore.
I'll join, pay me. Okay, Lucari's an OTK.
Dang, I'm not trying to get up to date on these nigga lore. Like, this was never the plan. I'm sorry, you guys. I always wanted to know. I don't know if this was a universal experience, but I always wanted to know what it was like to like join a content house. That shit probably gets old really fast. Imagine trying to sleep with niggas downstairs, launching a rocket for a stream. Like, that shit would probably really blow me. You know, and it's like, that's type of shit where it's like, it is no sleeping, bro. And you probably have no privacy, like, it's always cameras 24/7. I think that's just a universal experience. Like, at one point in your life, you wanted to be in a content house, bro. Don't lie.
That's it. That was the announcement for today. Lax on OTK. That was easy. All right, like, I'll pay him. That was easy. He's on. He did it.
In the extremely volatile world of content creation, this was truly the sweet spot. He was essentially living the dream, playing video games for a living and earning lucrative income, yet without the suffocating levels of fame that makes a normal life impossible. He had the friends.
Like, if you're that famous to the point where you can't even move through the crowd, like you're getting mobbed. Y'all remember when I told y'all about the law of equivalent exchange? In order to get something, you have to give something of equal value. Like, if you want to attain that level of fame, you literally have to give up everything else. You have to give up your privacy. You no longer get to have a normal life. This nigga can't just take his mom to the mall. He can't just go out with his mom. He's getting mobbed consistently, bro. He probably can't even go to a funeral. Yeah, I remember when niggas was at a funeral asking Zendaya for pictures. Like, bro, when you attain that level of fame, you probably get riches, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta give something of equal in return. That's just the law of life. Is it worth it, bro? Let me know in the comment section. You gotta really remember that it's not what you think. You get no privacy. You can't just go shopping. You can't just go get you some food. You got niggas probably trying to follow you home outside your door trying to get a picture. People posting your address, leaking your number. Everywhere you go, they screaming at you. You gotta have a bodyguard with you when you go to sleep. But you would be super famous. Is that even worth it? Like, listen to that. That don't even sound worth it.
The clout and the stability that millions of aspiring creators chase, but often never catch. He had spent 15 years building the perfect life, but it would only take 5 seconds to undo all that work. The 22nd of January 2026 started just like any other day for Lakari. He was live on Twitch grinding League of Legends just as he had done countless times before. To the thousands watching, it was just another stream from their favorite streamer. A moment during this stream, however, would completely change everything. While attempting to multitask, Lakari opened Windows Notepad and revealed something deeply disturbing.
This nigga was already moving loose, bro. If you look at the top, bro, this nigga has like a IRS tab open. What are you doing, man? He's got like a spreadsheet of like his taxes. I mean, what was happening? Look at this, bro. Payments, IRS tax solution.
Multitask, Lakari opened Windows Notepad and revealed something deeply disturbing. In the past, this action would have been harmless. However, a recent Windows update has introduced a new feature that displays a history of recently opening.
Nah, bro, you gotta look at the order here and the one that's open. I would not be surprised if this nigga was looking at whatever this shit is before he started the stream. I mean, you gotta look at the one that's open. This one's, but there's one behind it that's not open. If it was just open in the last one, you would think it would open this one, bro, which looks like it might be even worse. 500 JBT video files. That one's 1000% even worse, bro. Imagine seeing this shit live.
Opened files and tabs directly within the Notepad app. As the Notepad window popped up on the stream, it didn't just show a blank page. For a few seconds, it displayed a list of URLs and file names that Lakari had previously accessed.
Let me at least add way to the list of champions that I like.
Oh, this is the clip. Look, watch. Look, we gotta analyze this. We gotta look at what's on the screen before this, man. This has always been my thing with the way they design like female superheroes. You know what? Okay, I get the reason of like, okay, they gotta have like key parts like their underarm open so they can move. I get that. It's just like, yo, the way they dress them is just like, bro, who's wearing this to go fight crime? I've seen like some female superheroes be designed in a way that actually makes sense. It's not even a thing of mobility because look at this fat ass sleeve. This would do nothing but get in your way. You have some sort of power that allows you to make some ball of like aura. This sleeve is 1000% getting in your way. I'm not even gonna say too much. This is at the scene of the crime. That's all I gotta say. Now look, we gotta analyze this clip, okay? Before, holly jolly good time, you know?
Champions that I like.
Pulls it up, right? Immediately he moves his mouse to the tab. Like this shit is muscle memory almost. Why was he even, I can't think of one reason why he would even open up his notepad. That this nigga forget he was live? His mouse immediately goes up here to the tab like muscle memory, right? He's assessing the situation. Let me see if anything bad popped up. You know, is this like they're blinking something out, or was this green square in the file? Because the implications of that are crazy. Why is this big ass green square here? Like, if you ask me, I feel like this is probably some sort of encrypted thing where like if you click this in the right place, it's gonna like reveal like a link or something. Because like, what? How would you even get this into the notepad? He's hesitating, right? Look at his face. His eyes getting wider. He hesitating. He don't know what to do with his mouse. He don't even instantly exit out because he's panicking. Doesn't even exit out, just drags it to the side. What an interesting choice there. Doesn't exit out, just drags it to the other monitor so he can get a closer look at what all he leaked. This silence here just tells you everything you need to know. He immediately goes dead silent. I don't know why he's looking at it like the notepad finna change. It was only 3 words on there, bro. Like,
Fuck.
Immediately said fuck. Just end the stream and move to Bulgaria. That's all that's left, bro. Move to Guatemala with the money that you have acquired, that you have accumulated over your life. Take it and move to Zimbabwe.
For obvious reasons, I can't show exactly what the notepad
Wait! Yo, wait!
contained on YouTube, but it contained file names and links with suggestive words involving minors.
Wait, bro. Wait, guys. How is niggas, wait, y'all. Where did this come from? Gang, girls and animals? You need to be extinguished. I'm not gonna lie. When niggas start, there needs to be some sort of like, as soon as niggas start looking for animals in this context, it should immediately report you to the FBI. You should immediately go on a list, bro. They should immediately come. Yo, I gotta get this off my screen.
Animals and other clearly illegal themes. Their reaction.
Gang, what? I'm confused, bro. They left something out. How do we get to this? Y'all can't even respond to me, man. Yo, moving to Bulgaria not enough. I don't even know what's next. What is this? I'm so confused. You cannot be doing no damn breakdown and not explain it. How did we get to that? He must have leaked something more. I'm telling you, these niggas know how to do everything. It's no, the niggas like access his computer through that? Girls and animals? What are you doing? In the quiet of your home, what are you doing? I ain't gonna lie, it's no saving you. You're in the void. I mean, I'm speechless over here, bro. How did this happen? This nigga like accidentally leaked the seed key to his entire computer? I mean, I'm confused, man. We just gotta unpause low key. It's just like, yo, I'm stuck in a state of like, I feel like a picture. Like, I feel like a picture right now. I can't even blame League of Legends for this, bro. This was
instantaneous. While Lakari continued to sit in his chair acting like nothing had happened, the clip was already being captured, cut, and uploaded onto pages such as r/livestreamfail, Twitter, and even Kiwi Farms. Within minutes of the clip being spread, internet detectives began investigating the links visible and confirmed the nature of the material. What they found was said to be extremely disturbing to say the least. When watching the clip close.
Gang, imagine how heartbreaking this gotta be if this is you're genuinely just before that in the chat spamming W's. Imagine what was going through his head. You know when you get in trouble or something, you feel your stomach do that flip like your stomach drop? This nigga had the fattest stomach drop the world has ever seen. I don't think any of us have ever experienced the stomach drop that he got. You know when it feel like your body took a screenshot? Gang, he probably felt like somebody punched him in the face. Bro, he missed a very important detail. How are niggas getting into his files? Like his local file. Like, how are niggas going through his downloads? I'm confused, bruh. How is this possible? Only thing I can think of is there's some sort of, but gang, it wasn't nothing but the tabs in the one he opened. I'm so confused. That's the thing about live. No such thing as deleting or nothing, bruh. Before he could even finish processing what happened, that shit was already on Twitter.
There is a distinct split second where Lakari seems to realize the gravity of the mistake. His expression shifts rapidly as he looks at the notepad window and the contents within, followed by a moment of pure silent panic where the realization probably hit that he may have just ruined his life. Yet, in a move that baffled everyone watching,
It also gotta, at some point, bro, you gotta hit a point where you stop. The fear of losing your livelihood and embarrassment and everything that's gonna come with this, like, past that, it gotta come a point where you genuinely look inward, like, damn, this is what has become of me. What happened to me, bro? Forget the live and like what people are gonna think of me. What happened to me, bro? This what I'm doing? Something went horribly wrong. This how bad it's gotten? I got this tab open right before I go live. There's no way he didn't, bro.
didn't end the stream. Despite the visible panic and the chat beginning to spiral, Lakari continued streaming, choosing to stay live and respond to the situation in real time. This decision would unfold about as well as you would expect, turning into a complete disaster. During the stream, Lakari attempted to laugh off the situation as if it was a minor misunderstanding, pun intended. His chat, however, were no longer interested in the game, but instead were fixated on the suspicious notepad file, specifically one tab that had been spotted labeled 1500 JBT files. According to the livestream fail subreddit, JBT stood for Jailbait Teens. Lakari's response to the whole
Oh my gosh, 1500? That's like, how is your computer even still running? How does your computer even have enough space to still function? 1500, bro? Are you cool? Bro, you don't need 1500 of nothing. I mean, gang, are you just clicking through the video just trying to watch everyone? What you doing 1500 vids, nigga? No! 1500? Gang, your ass just watching everyone, bro. It's like, bro, you got a different video for every day? I'm actually, genuinely, you're too far gone. I don't understand how that wouldn't immediately get you put on a list. Your files, I don't understand how that shit doesn't just immediately land you in jail. I don't know. Maybe technology not as advanced as I think, but it definitely is. They definitely see everything we do 1000%. There's no way. 1500? That's insane to me. This nigga had a collection.
Situation was a frantic series of excuses that only served to incriminate himself even further. His initial defense was to claim that someone had linked the file in his chat, implying that he was a victim of a bad click. This explanation fell apart instantly under scrutiny, as it failed to explain why he had seemingly saved the content into a dedicated notepad file on his hard drive, let alone one with such a specific and incriminating file name. Once Lakari realized that narrative wasn't going to convince his audience, he pivoted to a second, even less believable excuse. He claimed the file had automatically downloaded while he was browsing the web.
Did I not deny that I didn't download shit? I didn't know what was in there.
Don't be sad that your career is over. Be happy that I.
This is insinuating that you knew it was there, when you're also insinuating that you have no clue how that got there. Is there any sort of file that automatically downloads to your notepad? What the hell is you looking at to where they downloading that on your shit? What are you even on for that to even be like? You ever been trying to pirate a TV show or a movie and they start opening them links? I guess that's what he was trying to insinuate, but I ain't never. I'm getting McAfee virus fighter, bro. Them the links they downloading, bro. That's the tabs they opening. Y'all know what I'm talking about? McAfee, the computer antivirus shit. You see what I'm saying? They open up ads for when wins meet. I don't know what type of corners of the internet you on. You're on the forbidden side of the internet. Internet is crazy. The fact that you can even obtain stuff like this is actually really scary, bro. Just end the stream. The moment when you have an excuse and it turns into another excuse, you've already lost. It's already over. The moment you have more than one excuse, no one's ever gonna believe anything past that. The moment you have to tell another lie because the first one didn't stick, It's over.
IT happened XQCL. Don't be sad that your career is over. Be happy that IT happened XQCL. Jesse vindicated. Jesse.
So imagine hearing that in this moment, gang. In this moment, shit falling down around you and a nigga chat and say, hey, don't be sad your career over. Be happy it happened.
Vindicated. Jesse vindicated.
How does it end up there? Okay, let me explain what happened. All right, I was surfing a site. Okay, the shit got downloaded. Like, I didn't trigger a download, just got downloaded. I opened up the fucking text document. I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. I deleted it. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was still there.
You know, now we start pulling out these excuses that will only work if you were the only person in the world with a Windows computer. That's where we're fucking up now. Pretty much everybody in the world has or has had a Windows computer, and we all know that that is not how it works. There is no website on this earth that's downloading a text document. It would be a download. It would be in your downloads. It would be in your files.
After I deleted it, I've told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like,
see how mad he is though? I remember when I used to get in trouble as a kid, my mom used to always say, like, when you start yelling like that, that's how you know somebody is lying. When they start getting loud and overly defensive.
I have like a fucking 3 terabytes of fucking hentai on my fucking hard drive, bro. Like a lot. Sometimes you go to a site, some shit downloads on your shit, you don't fucking want it, you fucking delete it, and that's just what happened, man. Okay? Like, that's what happened. I'm sorry, all right? Like, I don't know how.
Y'all know how much 3 terabytes is? 3 terabytes of what? You shouldn't have 3 terabytes of anything. I'm sorry. I don't care. 3 terabytes is an insane amount of stuff, bro. Do y'all know how much 1 terabyte is?
Many times I have to explain this, but that's what happened. Dude, let's just move the fuck on, please.
As his audience immediately pointed out, if modern web browsers were silently auto-downloading text files full of illegal URLs without user consent, it would be a global cybersecurity crisis, not an isolated glitch on one streamer's PC. Whilst this already seemed like rock bottom, Lakari would only continue to dig his grave when the chat pressured him to open his recent files list in Notepad again to prove his innocence. Lakari agreed, likely hoping to show the incriminating files were gone. Instead, he revealed a screen.
This nigga actually convinced himself he was innocent. Because in what world do you do this knowing what you get up to in the shadows and the darkness of your home? This is blowing my mind.
That looked like a panic-induced cover-up. The suspicious document was still there, but it was now buried under a list of freshly created empty files named New Text Document. And one of the files involving JBT was also somehow missing.
Fap for Fun? Fap for Fun is Thai site.
The internet.
You can see him genuinely thinking that this is like him beating the allegations, like.
It immediately saw right through it, with viewers on Reddit mocking the attempt of covering it up. As one user put it, he was trying to hide stuff and still effed up. To make matters even worse, a viewer suggested that if the file had truly been deleted, it wouldn't open. Lakari, trying to prove it was gone, clicked the file and it opened, proving live on stream that the material was still sitting on his hard drive.
Click couples and it won't open if it's deleted. Okay, well, I 100% fucking deleted it, so it shouldn't open, right?
This is insane. This actually feels like a skit, like a parody. What is on the screen here, gang? I mean, bro, I can't even.
It opened. What?
What? Bro, what's bouncing on the ball? It's like the signs are there. What?
By this point,
what am I look like? Gang, I'm finna get heated, bro. It's like, how much was that on his screen just bouncing around? Like the DVD sign? Like, who's like added that? It's like, yeah, I fuck with this. And nobody, like, this is a surprise to niggas? Niggas are surprised? I ain't gonna lie. What do some of y'all be watching? I don't even remember what I opened and say. I was just gonna say something along the lines of, yeah, you know, he's convinced himself that he's really innocent. Wow, this is so stupid. Why would he do that? Oh my gosh, why would he open the text document when he knows it's still there? That was so stupid. Is he stupid? I'm losing my grip on this world. Because it's just, It's just like how much some people is just like, you too freaky for your own good. It gotta be in every facet of your life. Why do you have this bouncing around on the screen, bro? Like, you can't just chill for 1 second. That got me in it biting my fingernails, bro. Like, I'm genuinely scared.
The atmosphere in his stream had turned hostile. His moderation team, the people responsible for protecting him, began to turn on him. They stopped deleting comments and banning users, allowing the chat to be overrun with text-to-speech donations, calling him a PDF file.
Pedophile, 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 pedophile.
So the concept of going back to playing League of Legends, this nigga really didn't understand, bro. Genuinely the concept of like, how is this even fun? Like, how is this even enjoyable at all? This nigga not even paying attention to what's going on right now, like in the game. He's completely in his head right now. There's no, in what world do you not immediately just end the stream?
The total collapse of his support system was cemented when one of his own moderators resigned mid-stream, typing a message that read, "End your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hoped that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace." In the middle of everything falling apart, Lakari was clearly panicking and totally lost. He actually turned to Grok, Elon Musk's AI chatbot, and asked it live on stream whether possessing hentai was even legal.
Yeah, you've definitely lost your mind at this point. This was genuinely the last little grip to reality that he had, just falling apart. This was it. I'm kind of speechless, bro. There are whole other worlds out there, man. I mean, I can only assume, I'm still stuck on that shit he had bouncing around the screen, bro. I can only assume that been a thing and y'all are surprised. Like, it was cool. That was cool. Was that cool? Like, are y'all cool?
In Texas, and he did this right in front of the same people already accusing him of having illegal stuff. It was next level self-destruction. The guy basically jumped straight into a hole and kept digging.
Is having hentai on your PC in Texas illegal, Brock?
43K, and that's if they think it's like, oh my fucking god.
While Lakari was fighting,
Trying to like turn it into a joke, like turn it into a meme, and it just is not gonna work like that, bro. Like, I don't think he truly got it. Like, I think he genuinely thought it was gonna be like, oh, we're gonna laugh about this in a couple years. Shit still bouncing around the screen, by the way. This was cool, guys. Like, was this cool? Are y'all cool? I mean, like, bruh, that literally looks like a child. Like, they don't even have no context with nothing that you associate your brand with or nothing. Like, we should just bouncing around the screen. Like, I don't.
a losing battle in his own chat, the wider internet was already dissecting his excuses. Fellow streamer Quinn69 took it upon himself to test Lakari's claims technically. He attempted to replicate the glitch in his own stream to see if a deleted notepad file would still appear in the recent tab. Upon opening the program, he was able to debunk Lakari's excuse almost immediately, proving that the file's persistence meant that it hadn't been simply auto-downloaded and deleted as claimed.
Delete. Okay. No, it's not there. I mean,
bro, this not even the type of thing where you gotta put it to the test. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is not even that type of situation where you gotta try to recreate it to see if you get the same results.
I'm gonna be honest.
Simultaneously, the internet began digging into Lakari's history, and what they found makes it seem like Lakari may have been hiding his alleged preferences in plain sight. They resurfaced old—
Obviously, you don't even gotta go back in time. Look at this little GIF he has bouncing around the screen. Am I the only one? Am I tweaking? I feel like I'm going insane. How was this even cool ever? Like, how was this cool for him to have to, like, I'm still like stuck on that. How was that ever allowed to be a thing? Like, you don't even have to go back into history. You only have to go 3 years back and try to find a little small
clips that suddenly took on a much darker context. One notable instance was a lie detector segment where Lakari jokingly admitted to liking lolly content. Whilst this moment was originally played for laughs, it is now being scrutinized as a disturbing admission of guilt.
What are y'all watching, bro? It gets to a point. Like the fact that that's even a question, as like this is funny. Like this funny. This funny. Then what y'all laughing at? Now he dragging the whole coalition down, making sure everybody go down with him. Honestly, he should have told on every single one of his little buddies, keep that stuff on a separate PC. The concept of buying another computer for this, it would get to a point when you're at the register and you're swiping your card and it should hit you somewhere in there. When you put all the ingredients for a PC in your card, maybe when you get up to the register and swipe your card, at some point you should get a moment where you're like, wait, this is how bad it is for me. Like the best way I can describe it is like, have you ever had a moment where like alcohol or with the Zod or like with a card where you realize, damn, this is getting pretty bad. Like I just kind of went out my way and did a crazy thing to get this. For me, it was back when I was addicted to cards, like at the height of my addiction, and I walked on the side of the highway on my break at work to go to the smoke shop to get one. Because I wasn't gonna have time to get it no other time, you know what I'm saying? I was still living at home. I was still in school at this time. I had to use the time I had. On my break at work, I walked to the nearest smoke shop, and it involved me having to walk on the side of the expressway. It was at that moment when I was on the side of the expressway walking when I was like, damn, this shit done got pretty bad. Like, look at what I'm doing to get a card. If you've ever had an addiction to a substance or whatever, you have that moment when you have to do something crazy to get it, when you have to go walk in a snowstorm, or you spend your last dollar, whatever it might be, when you realize like it's gotten pretty bad. There has to be a moment with this type of shit too. What have I become, bro? I've literally become a monster. I'm in Best Buy buying another PC for this? I need help. So I'm saying, wow, I really was walking on the side of the expressway. And mind you, I got to the place and I couldn't even get it because they asked me for an ID. So I pulled that little number. I was like, oh shit, hold on. I left it in the car. And I just walked away and left. Walked back on the side of the expressway. Got back to work. Just got back to work.
Immediately and had no idea.
There's no context that can make that okay. Like, you getting a separate PC is sus regardless. I don't care for what it's for.
As a final measure,
The only thing that I can take away from that is it doesn't even seem like that guy has a top lip. And that was really disturbing me, bro. Like, his hair from his beard was basically going into his mouth, which is such a crazy life to live. These guys are living such crazy lives. Let me stop. I can't talk about niggas. Lady in the store thought my hair was a beanie. After that, I honestly should have never said anything ever again. That's when I should have moved to Bulgaria. So I just said, is that a beanie? That still trips me up sometimes. Life is so unforgiving sometimes. I would just expected to move on about my life after that. After the implications of that. The implications of that are like, how could you even think that my hair was a hat? The implications of that are so heavy. That's really what's heavy. Is that a beanie? No, it's my hair. Oh, but this is what I'm gonna say. This nigga's telling him and DMing him and telling him to keep this stuff on a separate computer. I'm not gonna say anything, but you know the implications of that. But you see how quick niggas, I don't even know that nigga. Who is that?
Asmongold also announced the cancellation of an upcoming podcast episode that was featuring Lakari. Consequences of the stream went far beyond embarrassment or the loss of his social circle. Lakari was banned from Twitch, stripping him of his primary income source and the audience he had spent over a decade building. He was also preemptively banned from Kick, which usually acts as a safe haven.
Okay, bro, I'm tapping out. It's like a minute left, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just discovered a whole other world that I didn't even know about. I don't know what y'all watching, and not y'all, but you get what I mean when I say y'all. Like, What are people watching? Hey, man, hope y'all enjoyed the video. I don't know, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. If you listen to me talk right now, you watch my video all the way to the end, that means the world to me that you actually watch my video all the way to the end. You don't understand what that means, but that means the world. You know, my heart beat, man. I love y'all. And yeah, comment hashtag road to 120K in the comment section, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. See y'all in the next one. I'm so for real.